Now then, exciting things happened. This is a bit of a long convoluted thing. I was putting another storage heater dump load on the solar off the second diverter. So I was in the storage heater and electrical heater storage department, and I came across this bag of ceramic fibre that had obviously been rescued from decrepit, fairly modern storage heaters. I thought, and if you add to that the fact that I've been watching a pottery channel by Simon Leach. Now, he's been running his channel for quite a long time, so there's lots of interesting videos there. He's mainly based around the wheel, so no sort of slab building or anything like that, but there's a lot of interesting stuff. And in amongst that, I did see this a small gas-powered test kiln, or even a raku kiln, and I just thought, that was logged in my memory, and then I found this ceramic fibre and I went and had a look and dug out this, I think it's a bit lightweight, but this mesh. I thought, right, let's do it. And I'd got my plumber's blowtorch, and one of the gas bottles, and the LPG there had been rescued from redundant vehicle gas tanks. So anyway, last night, or yesterday afternoon, we finished about 8 o'clock last night, I fired this because I'd got a couple of pieces that I'd put some Mako low fire glaze on, transparent, and I couldn't get up to temperature with the wood kiln as it is at the moment, and I was a bit sort of like miffed by that, thinking, I've got these pieces, I want to see what they're like, I put the glaze on them and I can't get up to temperature, etc, etc, etc. So I'd got up to, I don't know, 940 degrees C with the wood kiln, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, and last night we ended up at 1050. Yeah, 1050 degrees C. And you could see, now let me sort of zoom in here a bit. I want to show you a few things. I'd block this up. That's the in, and you wedge this on a little bit of something, so the flame goes in there, and there's a kiln shelf in line with this, so the flame, let's have the top off, just remove the pyrometer. It's actually just slightly still warm in there. Watch this. This should lift off. There we go. Ha-ha! So we've got some ceramic fibre here, and as I said, let's just see what the camera's doing. Oh yeah, that's fine. So the flame goes along here, up here, along there and out. We've got a cone here that seems to have stuck to the kiln shelf, but this is still warm. There's a piece and a mug. Now that is amazing. that it's gone that colour. And we've got some ceramic fibre on there, unfortunately. But there's the cone. That's an 04 cone, and that melted at 1040. I can't believe the colour of that. That's very strange. But this I'm quite pleased with, although the fibre, I mean, I might be able to get that off with a soft wire brush. As you zoom down on that, that's not bad. So that is underglaze, painted on, and then wiped off. I did that twice, so that all you've got is the underglaze in the lettering. I think that's come out quite well, and I'm pleased that I actually got up to temperature. That mug, I'm dazed and confused about that, because there was some, you can just about see it there was some decoration, and that is sort of the decoration that Andy Ward showed on his Ancient Pottery channel, and it's virtually disappeared, and the whole thing's gone this very strange, I don't know what colour that is it brown or what? It's and I think that was Thetford yellow clay. So as they say, you know, when you're doing ceramics, don't bank on anything, because the weirdness can happen quite frequently. But the main thing is we got this glaze to melt, and we got up to temperature, and I've got the graph here, so I'm going to show you that. But as you can see on this really roughly put together enclosure, and then it just sits on a bed of ceramic fibre, and then just a couple of bits of ceramic block, and a bit of kiln shelf. I actually had to trim this up slightly just to make it fit, but everything was made to the materials I'd got. And if you notice here, where are we? Yeah, there's various bits of wire. Now that is nichrome heating element wire, and basically it's a short length cut, poked through and bent either side. Now Simon Leach uses new wire, and he also creates these little round buttons about 1 inch in diameter with 2 holes in, so the wire comes from the outside through one of the holes, back round, and then comes to the outside round the mesh and gets twisted. Well, I didn't have any ceramic buttons and I wanted to crack on, so I just cut loads of this old heating element and just bent it either side like that. Let me just see if I can show you. Zoom out a bit. Where are we? Somewhere. Yeah, heating element like that. That's the stuff out of the old-fashioned storage heaters. Very useful stuff as dump loads and resistances, and of course making ceramic fibre kilns, because you need nichrome wire because it doesn't melt. It's not so bad on the outside, although I've got some various photos that I'm going to dump at the end of this video. And when I'd finished this, Let's go back a bit. When I was using it, I got this like as it was, but I also put some glass fibre matting, whatever it is, insulation, over the top of it as well, just to keep more heat in. Bearing in mind we got to 1050 in 4 hours. But when I'd finished and I shut stuff down, I thought I'm going to let this cool down, so therefore let's take the fiberglass insulation off. And then I took a photograph of that kiln with the lights off, and it was glowing red. So, you know, still heat gets through. That is inch ceramic fibre, and if you were to make this maybe slightly bigger, I would suggest 2 layers. Yeah, just so that, and then put some fiberglass around the outside. So what I did was, this is just a rough idea. I had the gas torch, the blowtorch there. To start with, I had it set so low it was a yellow flame, and let the heat build up really quite slowly to about 100 degrees over an hour, and then started to open it up, and then a bit more, and I actually probably took longer than, let's have a look at the chart. So 3:30, it took a few minutes to get myself sorted. We started at 50 degrees, 3:30, 4 o'clock was 100, 4:30 was 138, 5 o'clock was 247, and then I obviously opened up the jets and got it going a bit. So at 5:30 we're at 500, and then it was a gradual climb up. So on this gas system here, we've not only have we got the, where are we? We've got the valve on there, and I'm going to have to move the camera a bit. There we go. So we've got the valve there, but also on the gas bottle the regulator is adjustable. So as we were getting up to the higher temperatures beyond 700, I was winding that regulator in to let more gas out. So there you go. We actually got to 1050, which I'm really pleased about, although I'm very shocked about that mug. So I'm just going to get a soft brass wire brush and just clean that off. But what colour is that? And the clay slip that I used as decoration has, in my eyes, has all but disappeared. You can see a slight chevron there where it was really strong before. Anyway, hopefully you found this interesting. Yeah, you can make a small gas powered ceramics kiln for virtually, well, not much. In this case it's cost me nothing, but I had the bits, and that's always the advantage of having stores of useful material. But I think if you were to spend £50 and buy new stuff, then you would have a kiln, and then you can dig your own clay, make your own pots, and then fire them. Isn't that amazing? Catch up with you soon. Let's hear those comments. Bye for now.